Right now, you're already focused on day one, not just day one. Day one, day two, day three, all the way up to 100. You came out with a plan the other day, your deep dive. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?
That's right. What I did is I published a little different. I published what I call the deep dive. A deep dive is what you kind of do in lean practice management. How do you get to where you want to go if you don't know where you are? It's kind of like taking a really fine, detailed look at the current state of affairs. If I was in accounting, we would talk about zero-based budgeting, where you would look at the numbers and you would pretend there was no budget for this department and we would start fresh. And you have to justify every dollar, zero-based budgeting, and we start fresh. And a deep dive is very similar to that concept, except I'm going to look at everything. That first 30 days, every department should be brought into the office, and we should sit down with each department manager and each department director, and I want to make sure that those department directors and managers know what their job is. They know what their objectives are. I want to make sure that they know what their job description is and that their resume actually lines up to that job description. I want them to justify actually how many full-time equivalents or how many employees they actually need to get their job done. I want to know if they understand what their budget is, and I want to know if they are on target to their budget. What's their overtime? What's their burn rate? These type of management tactics, you see what Ken Block's doing right now. He's doing a lot of deep diving into fire departments, and the overtime is through the roof. That's a symptom of bad management, not bad firefighters. It's bad management. When you're seeing roads that are they on budget or are they not on budget? But not only budget, but are they on time? You have schedule and time when it comes to management. So that first 0 to 30 days is going to be the deep dive, meeting with all the managers, meeting with all the directors, and letting them know what their expectations are. Because we need to know where we're at, and they need to have clear direction. Days 30 to 60 are where we're going to be looking at those details. We're going to try and come up and finalize a plan to do some staff reductions. I think we could probably, in a $9.6 billion budget, we should be able to reduce by about 15 to 20% through attrition, through efficiencies, and proper management. We might have to do some reallocating and move some employees from one department to another. So that day 30 to 60 is going to be that planning phase. That's kind of where the honeymoon's over. I believe we need that. I see a lot of people say, that come to Jesus moment. We're at $9.6 million in this state. We need to have a strong sit-down with our employees, and we need to get those managers on board into a program of reduction and efficiencies. And in that 60 to 90 days, that's what we're going to implement. We're going to be looking at those strategies. And I can tell you, nobody's going to have a problem with this. We have managers that make $100,000 a year. If they're the rock stars that they get paid to be, they're going to love to be able to sit down and say, hey, boss, this is what I'm doing. This is the cool things that I'm working on. This is what I bring to the state of Rhode Island. And that's actually the same time they should be asking for a raise if they're a rock star. And if they're not a rock star, they're not getting paid $100,000 a year. They might need to find employment somewhere else. And what we need to identify, though, is we need to let those employees, our state employees that work for the state, we need to let them know this isn't a witch hunt. This is the time where they can shine or move on. It's based on performance, and that's something else that needs to happen. So many times when we change administrations, we change all the management. I won't be doing that. I won't be bringing in my own team. I'll be keeping the part of the team that is competent and capable, and the people that aren't competent and capable, they're going to receive training, and they're going to receive direction, and if that doesn't work, will probably find themselves some other employment somewhere else. So, it's going to be a real management strategy here.
Bill Gilbert is not only the chairman of the Moderate Party of Rhode Island, he is running for governor with their party. Follow them on Twitter at Moderate Party RI. Bill, one final question. Upcoming events. Where can people go down to meet you, ask questions? And you said you're not taking money, but if they really want to contribute, where can they help you out?
Absolutely. The ModeratePartyRI.org, the party, if people believe in a cause and they actually want to back the party, feel free to back the party. It does take money to run an election. It does take money to buy campaign signs. But really, it's more about the donuts and the coffee. If you want people to come and join your party and you want them to come to a meeting, you got to kind of make it a social event. People do not do things that aren't fun. So if people do feel a desire, feel free to go to ModeratePartyRI.org. Donate $5 or $10, or best of all, come see us at one of our events. Best way to contact us is Twitter or Facebook. And if you want, stop by for a cup of coffee, send an email. We got to take the money out of politics. You cannot continue the path that we're on.
All right, Bill, thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to speaking to you again soon.